Welcome, YouTube, to another AlphaOmegaSin Q&A edition, where I'm doing more of the answering. So it's technically not a Q&A edition, it's me answering questions, so it's like an AQ or what. I don't fucking know. Dairy Queen, DQ, what the fuck ever, it doesn't matter, you get the fucking point. It's me answering a bunch of questions because I was supposed to do that, but I got caught up in doing a bunch of other random shit, like a bunch of the videos, and I'm just fucking busy, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, please just fucking forgive me. Fuck. No, seriously, I really have been busy. But that's why I'm doing it right now. Right fucking now. Right now. Anyhow, besides the fact I'm expelling all of my known energy that I have built up inside of my body, I'm going to answer some of your questions. So I think I'll do that right now. Loco Crash asked me, what do I think about the Breath of Fire series, 1 through 4, and Dragon Quarter, and do I think that Capcom pretty much fucked it into the dirt? That's right. Oh, wait, not enough! Boom! As far as Breath of Fire, what I think pretty much is going down with the series is Capcom is trying their very best, like a bunch of other retarded fucknut Japanese developers, to capture the Western audience by making COD clones. Guess what? Breath of Fire is an RPG, so that to them just does not sell, even though there is an audience for it. Because the fact is, I love Breath of Fire 2 a whole bunch, Breath of Fire 3. I thought 4 was pretty good, but I know that our version here got butchered to hell and back. Still a pretty decent game. Dragon Quarter, I personally didn't like. I've met some people that said, I did like the game, but in my personal opinion, I thought it was several steps back by comparison to the other iterations within the series. I like Breath of Fire a whole lot. I mean, to begin with, growing up, I always thought dragons were the coolest thing ever. I mean, in the entire universe. Dragons are just fucking badass mystical beings of epicness. That's really all that there is to it. Dragons are the shit. But the thing is, having them in an RPG where you get to, like, transform into a dragon, then go into battle and stuff, that's fucking awesome. My personal favorite out of the entire series is 3. Just barely, like, a little bit more than 2. Interesting little fact, the very first Breath of Fire game was made by Squaresoft. Interesting note, but it's a series I love a whole lot. I would love to see come back in any kind of way, whether it was on portable or on consoles. I would really like if it was on consoles, especially right now. It would just be fantastic. But, yeah, I think that Capcom pretty much is ignoring it because it's an RPG, and damn it, we're not going to make big bucks off that. We need to have, like, guns. Maybe we can make a Breath of Fire first-person shooter. Yeah, and I'll have, like, online multiplayer, and, like, you're like a dragon shooting different, like, elemental fireballs out of your mouth, and just... I really hope they don't do that. I will fucking kill a lot of people. Velvet Sky 1102 asked me, what is the longest game that I ever played and how long was it? And I have to say, like, the actual core game that I played that was the longest would have to be Xenogears. I dropped a fuck ton of time into that without even doing tons of side missions, and I think when I ended off on that, it was, it was either 70 or 74. I honestly forget because it's been fucking ages since I first played through that game. And I know some people are like, yeah, but I dropped blah, blah, blah hours. And that's all fine and good, but there's a couple, like, things that I do when it comes to games. For instance, I don't leave it running whatsoever. Like, if I have to get up and even take a piss, I'll turn it off. Dead fucking serious. Reload my save. Like, I'm one of those people, I want all the time that's on there to be nothing but gameplay. It sounds kind of goofy, but that's just, like, how I am. I want to know that's how many hours that I played the game. And also, I didn't do any of the side quests or anything like that. I didn't actually do most of the side quests until, like, the 3rd time that I played the game. But, yeah, all around, it's just an epic game. Like, it's long as fuck, but it's so worth playing. If any of you are watching this right now and are like, man, I really like Xenosaga, Xenogears trumps Xenosaga, in my opinion. I mean, and then some. Like, all the Xenosaga games, even Part 3, which I consider one of the fucking best, it has nothing on Xenogears. That's all there is to it. Xenogears is the shit, one of the longest. Other than that, I'd say another game that I put in a fuck ton of hours for, but isn't necessarily a long game, would have to be the very first Disgaea Hour of Darkness. Just pure gameplay, I clocked in over 200 hours on that game, which I was talking to my one friend the other day, and he did, like, more than double that, and I was just like, are you fucking serious? And Yeah. But his team is, like, of epic proportions. Me, I only got a couple characters, like, up into 1,000. So Laharl was, like, 7,000 something. Everybody else was, like, 2, 3, 4, some shit like that. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to epically long, super, oh my god games, yeah, Xenogears. Xenogears! Capcom Fan 2010, amusing name, by the way, asked me if I could develop a game, whether it was mine or another game, what would it be? There's so many things I could answer with. Like, I have ideas all the time. I mean, all the time of, you know, oh, it'd be cool if they added this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this, ideas, oh my god, piling over, fucking crush me under its weight. But I'm just gonna go out on a limb and tell you a couple games I would just flat out make sequels to. Same exact game, just bigger, better, just more of the same, just lots more, lots, like fucking tons of fat women in line, lots. I'd make another Castlevania Symphony of Night. I'd make another Road Rash. I'd make an official sequel to Final Fantasy VII. Not a movie. I'm talking like a real true-to-heart fucking game. Turn-based, mind you. Let's see, what else? I'd make another River City Ransom. I'd make another Breath of Fire, since I was talking about that. I'm going to look around my game room right now, and, oh, I'd make another House of Dead game, another Time Crisis. I'm just picking out random things. I'd make Arkham World, which that's a rumor right now, because Arkham City was so fucking good. Like, absolutely, like, boner-horrific. Fucking awesome. Let's see, what else? Oh, I'd make Phantasy Star 5. That right there would be something I would love to have. And no, I'm not talking about Phantasy Star Online or all the other MMO style fucking gameplay shit. I'm talking like the straight up turn-based fucking awesome Phantasy Star series, 1 through 4. I want a 5th installment because Phantasy Star 4 is the shit. It's so high-pitched noise. But no, I would make another Phantasy Star game. I would bring out Resident Evil 1.5. If you don't know what that is, please look it up. Because Resident Evil 1.5 is, oh my god. That and Resident Evil 3.5. Fuck it, I'd do official releases on both those. I'd just be like, oh my god, you have no idea. Like, I would die a very happy individual if they were like, well, we can bring both of these games out, but as soon as you're done playing both of them, you'll be dead. I'm like, alright. I just take a really long time playing them. Like, get to the very last save station, just turn it off, and be like, aren't you going to finish it? Like, no, I'm good. I've had my fill. But no, I'd make all that stuff, and, oh, and I'd do an official HD remake of GoldenEye. Since none of them can get their shit together and figure out where the rights belong, because they're in like 50 different locations for GoldenEye, I'd make an official HD remake of GoldenEye, and it'd just be the sexy beast that it was back then. I'd include all the shit from Perfect Dark 2 for multiplayer maps. Ooh, who wouldn't want to buy that? But anyway, yeah, those are some random things. I'd come up with my own... Oh, sorry, one more. Just one more. One more. Can I? One more? Okay. Brutal Legend 2. Yes! That would be, seriously, Brutal Legend, most fucking metal game ever. And if you don't believe me, watch my video on the most metal video games that I made. I'm plugging my own videos, it's depressing. No, seriously, click on it. It's a good video. Lots of metal stuff. I'm missing a couple, but I never played them before. But anyway, I'm babbling, doesn't matter. Next question! Dragon Jin asked me, what is my preference when it comes to women? Do I like nerdy chicks, gamer chicks, metal chicks? All of the above. I'll tell you flat out, like, see, this is gonna sound so bad, but what I find extremely, like, just, damn, like, jaw-droppingly hot is if a chick is into video games, is very fucking metal. Like, I like metal-looking chicks, like gothy-style looking chicks, I guess. Trying to think, let's see, just like really pale, really hot, I don't know. My preference in women is very different from other people's, but yeah, I have to say that's what I dig, is short, petite, fucking pale, into video games, into metal, has an awesome sense of humor. That's like all-around, well-rounded chick for me. I like all those things, so yeah, it'd be awesome if the significant other does, which my significant other does, so I'm a lucky individual. So yeah, that's what I like. So if you're watching this, you're a nerdette, and you like all those things, you fucking rock! I guess I was supposed to follow up and say something else after that, or just end doing that. Nope. Nope, just gonna sit here and make an ass of myself. Might even cut this part of it. No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it just so everybody can be like, so that's what he does sometimes after he's done doing a take. He just cuts away and, so he just stands around talking to himself. Yep. I got a 1-up mushroom. Ding! Wow, let's see if I can bounce that. Wah, 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 wah. Yes, I can. It's filled with mints, by the way. I couldn't pass these up. They were so fucking cool. It's a little Mario 1-up mushroom. Who the fuck wouldn't like that? What chick wouldn't like that, huh? It's an extra fucking life. Of course you're gonna like that. Of course. Eric69GT asked me, what are my thoughts on the falling popularity of JRPGs? It's saddening, I guess, but the thing is, it comes with the territory. Every single time that there is a, another console generation, there's always going to be something that's more popular than another, and some things won't be made nearly as much. It's just kind of what the times reflect, you know. There is a big abundance of shooters and action games and things like that. While my preference is towards RPGs, because, I mean, I love them and then some, especially the Persona games, because they fucking rock, it is kind of a bummer, but at the same point, if you look, there are a decent amount of them. It's just, you have to dig. Like, on the DS, there's a whole fuck ton of them. On PSP, there's a whole fuck ton of them. As a matter of fact, they just recently announced that Persona 2, the other version of it, is going to be coming out, Eternal Punishment. So, yeah. It's just like, dude, that means that every single Persona game is going to be showing up on a PSP in some way. That's fucking awesome. As a matter of fact, here, I'll name off some JRPGs that people will be like, I didn't hear about that. The Legend of Heroes series. Please play those. They're fantastic. I mean, they're very, 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 very fucking awesome. If you've never played the Lunar games whatsoever, Lunar Silver Star Harmony, pick that up. It's like the best version of the game. You really should enjoy it. It's just a good game. Final Fantasy Tactics Warred Alliance. If you played Final Fantasy Tactics before, this is like a refurbished version of it. Looks a lot nicer. They redid the dialogue to go and kind of reflect with the times back then, so they talk properly for back then. Looks really, really good. Tactics Ogre, Let Us Clean Together. Again, another port, but did a really good job with it. Much better than the original. Let's see, Crimson Gem Saga. Most people didn't even hear about this game. I picked this up whenever I went on a trip and absolutely loved the game. It got me through a bunch of Greyhound trips. So yeah, like that a whole lot. Jan the Arc, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Really, really good game. Completely overlooked. Don't know why Sony does not push that game more and make it into a full-fledged franchise. Fucking retarded. I mean, but that's just PSP. You know, there's a bunch on the DS and everything, but you get the point. It's just a lot of the JRPGs seemingly are now on the handheld. So if you aren't into handheld gaming, but you do like RPGs, you're essentially missing out on a whole shitload of stuff. I am hoping that we get more on the consoles. We are slowly seeing some filter in. I know the next one that's going to be coming out that I'm like super psyched about is Tales of Graces for PS3. I've got it like a fourth of the way paid off. I'm just paying in increments and everything. So if you're a fan of Tales games, that is going to be coming out, and you should go and check that out because it looks fucking phenomenal. Tales of Vesperia just came out for the 3DS, but again, that's more handheld gaming. I am babbling on and on about handheld RPGs, but basically, I don't want JRPGs to die because I like them a whole lot. I do like Western RPGs too, but my preference, personally, is towards JRPGs, but as a whole, I want the genre to flourish. I don't want either to go and die off. I want them all to be around because genre is fucking awesome. So yeah, RPGs for the fucking win. Rated RKO666gmail.com. You have a really fucking long name, by the way. I'm glad I did that all in one breath. Anyway, ask me whenever I'm playing a game, do I choose good or bad? Essentially, and this sounds lame, I almost always choose good. I don't know why. Very seldom do I choose bad. Catherine is one of the few games that I went through, and I was a prick throughout the entire game. Turned out that I got one of the best endings from it. Infamous, I chose evil because I thought it had better stuff. Fable, I chose evil the first time around. But a lot of other games, I'm just... I just realized I said choosed. You are the good English! Anyhow, no, I do. I tend to go and choose good over evil just because I think that a lot of the perks are better. But it really just depends on what's going to happen. Is it going to reflect on the story? Is it going to reflect on my skills? My overall character's appearance? I cannot talk worth a damn during this. See, I'm not even going to cut any of this out. Everybody can be like, oh, poor him. He's all like trying to talk. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway. But no, I do. I tend to go and choose good over evil, but again, it just depends on the game, what they're going to offer, what's going to differ, things like that. So, yeah. But for the most part, yeah, I'm goody two-shoes, even though I look evil. Arrgh. This was evil? This like a cat stance. Meow! Lolcats. Dante MCR129 asked me, did I smash Street Hunter yet? The one that I did the review of, with Pixel Fucker, my trusty sidekick of a golf club. No, I haven't smashed it yet just because whenever I was thinking about doing it, that's when the weather started like declining and going into shit. So I'm waiting to go and destroy some stuff. As a matter of fact, I might try to do a collaboration video with the Smash Doctor, Dr. Smash. It just sucks because he lives so far away, but we'll figure something out. But anyway, I will end up smashing the living fuck out of it. I've been waiting, except for I've had a couple of my friends ask me to play it. So I'm kind of glad that I haven't destroyed it just yet. I just have a feeling that it's only going to be one hit. I mean, one solid hit, because that thing's hollow as shit. And it's going to explode into absolute fucking confetti. Like plastic confetti just going everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to have to smash other things along with it. Because that video will be really short. It'll be like, Street Hunter! Thank you for watching! Good night! And that's pretty much it. So I don't want it to be that short because it'll be very anticlimactic. Because it'll be like, well, that was fun. Yay! I'm not cleaning out, by the way. And then just go and leave. And go off screen and only get halfway because there's a chair in my way. Fuck you, chair, in the way. Think you're bad? I'll elbow you. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, I will be smashing it soon. Aaron David asked me, what is your favorite controller? And I've thought about this a lot. I've even thought about making a video about it just because there's a lot of interesting controllers, and all for various different reasons, but I have to say probably, I'd say, oh man. See, it's one of those things I'm like, I'm gonna pick, wait, oh no, fuck, wait, no, this one's pretty, oh, I don't know. I would say that some of my favorites, I'll just name off a couple and reasons why. Super Nintendo controller is one of my favorites just because it introduced the 4 face buttons, which I liked that a lot, and the shoulder buttons. So that was innovative at the time. I liked the PS1 analog because whenever it came out, we didn't have dual analog sticks on anything. We had single analog sticks like on a Nintendo 64 and on the Sega Saturn 3D controller and stuff like that, but we didn't have dual analog sticks. When they introduced that, that was a really big deal. And also made it so that we could come one step closer as console gamers to be able to get, you know, PC ports and have them control, you know, pretty much as close as they can without having like a mouse and keyboard, but essentially you're never going to be able to mimic it because mouse and keyboard setups are usually better. So yeah, but I like the PS1 analog. The 360 one is a little bit better in the sense that the analog placement is a little more natural, but yeah, I don't know. I hate their D-pad. Their D-pad on there is like absolute shit. I fucking hate that. But I do like their trigger buttons on there too. So the 360 controller would definitely be up there as well. And this one is one that most people never even think about, but it's the Neo Geo CD controller. If you've ever gotten your hands on one of these, they're fucking amazing. Like, I love that controller and then some. It's seriously one of the best. A lot of people say one of the best fighting setups is a 6-button layout, similar to the Sega Genesis 6-button. I'm really just used to the 4-button layout. Having a 6-button is a lot easier, but I always found myself going, wait, shit, oh, there it is. Just because you're used to those 4 buttons and diamond shape and everything, and doing that, when you have the 6-button, it takes some getting used to. If I'm going to go with a 6-button layout, I might as well just go with an arcade stick, which, yeah, I like arcade sticks too, but only for fighting games. Unless I was really bored. Might just play like a first-person shooter with an arcade stick, see how that works. That'd be fucked up. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. Sorry, I can't pick just one. My brain won't allow me to. Whiplash Puppet asked me, what's my opinion on the big four of metal? Now, if you're wondering about the big four of metal, it's very simple. They're four of the biggest thrash metal bands that came out back in the 80s. And that would be Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, and Slayer. They're pretty much the big four, though I honestly like to consider Pantera in there, just because they were a really big deal. One of the reasons why many people got into metal, yours truly, plus they are part of the thrash genre. Never understood why they weren't included with that. Huh, it's kind of weird. But anyway, my opinion on them, I love all the bands for different reasons, for different sounds, for different albums and everything. My least favorite of the bunch, admittedly, most people will be like, oh, is Metallica. Metallica is my least favorite of the bunch, not to go and dismiss any of their earlier work, because it's absolutely fucking amazing. Their first four albums are just, they're masterpieces. Everything thereafter pales in comparison, and then some. That's just the truth. From a musical standpoint, I just really feel that they'll never get back that sound. Also, I think it has to do with Cliff passing away, unfortunately. When it comes to Anthrax, Anthrax had like a dry spell as far as their albums are concerned. Their earlier work was absolutely fucking awesome. They also showed up on Married with Children, which was fucking cool. But you know, their last album that they just made was fucking amazing. I absolutely loved that a whole bunch. Megadeth is ace stuff all around. I just really like them. Dave Mustaine, I feel that he's kind of a crybaby about a lot of shit, but there's no denying that dude's really awesome. Though I do believe that as much as he's revered for his guitar work, I think that a lot of times the guitars that he has on albums with him, especially some of the bigger albums that he's had, were always slightly better than him, but never got nearly the same recognition just because they didn't have the, you know, they didn't have the name to go along with it. So, yeah, and as far as Slayer goes, Slayer is Slayer. You know, they're just amazing. South of Heaven, Rain and Blood. It's, you know, it's kind of hard to deny them in general, because they really don't have a bad album. They don't. And they're probably one of the most aggressive bands. They've never really changed their sound at all and retained it throughout the entire duration that they've been around, which is a really big deal to somebody like me, because I don't want you to go and change your sound because I like you for who you are. Please stay that way, unless you're going to suddenly become heavier or faster, and whatever the case is. You know, the same can be said of Cannibal Corpse. They haven't changed their sound. They've sounded the same the entire time. But yeah, as far as the Big Four is concerned, fucking love them. All those bands they absolutely own. Typhlosion Prime 1 asked me if I could make an anime starring me, what would it be about? I started thinking about this, and literally my mind went a mile a minute. I was like, this would be a good idea. Oh no, and all those ideas just fucking going everywhere. But here's the thing. If I could have an anime starring me, if you've ever seen the anime Excel Saga, that would be me. That would be my anime right there. Excel Saga is probably one of the most random fucking animes you'll ever see. It's over top and just does not give a shit. That's kind of me, in a nutshell. Like, if you're ever hanging out around me, I can't just sit still, I can't just talk about one thing, and I can't just be normal. Fuck normalcy. It's just, no. I have to be random and goofy and fucking weird, just because if I don't, I'm pretty sure that I'll end up exploding. Like, I end up like shaking like this, like the Ultimate Warrior or something, like, and then eventually just like, I'll start turning a bunch of colors and people will be like, what's going on? And then like flashes of light will start showing on my body. They're like, hit the deck! Bits of AlphaOmegaSin just hitting the fucking wall everywhere, just decorating the room with chunks of flesh and blood and bone and metal. Much metal. But yeah, it would just have to be random. What the premise of it would be, just everyday random bullshit. I would go on adventures, I would go and save the world, I'd then go and destroy the world, and it'd be me trying to figure out a way to go and do my laundry, but for some reason I can't ever find like a laundromat that's open, and I get into all these wacky scenarios, and there would be no end to the amount of absurdity that I would go and inject into an anime about me, but for the most part, I would make sure that it's extremely entertaining and that there would be unnecessary amounts of vulgarity and violence for absolutely no reason, and then there would be a love story that I'd eventually just kill off because I would get bored with it, and yeah. See, it's like 1,000 ideas, and it's just like, so which one would you go with? And it's like all of them just into one big Katamari ball and just throw it at the fucking wall and to see whatever splatters and fucking stays on the wall. That's what I go with. So yeah, that'd be my anime. I'd watch it. Mr. Pokey Addict 13 asked me, Marvel Universe or DC Universe? What is your preference? And who's your favorite superhero from it? And I'll go and be the random person, and the DC Universe is my favorite. While I still love the Marvel Universe and many of the characters in it, many of the comics in it, and I loved it a whole shitload when I was younger, my preference is the DC Universe. And I'll say this for one major reason. Batman. 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 See, Batman is the character that I've loved in comics my entire life. Okay, from the comics, to Batman the Animated Series, to Batman Beyond, to The Batman, to Batman the Brave and the Bold, to all the graphic novels that I have from it, and to the video games like Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, Batman is fucking awesome. He really is. Now, you know, there's a lot of other characters out there that are, you know, definitely worthy of, like, such praise, such as Wolverine and Spider-Man and stuff. But the thing is, Batman, to me, is the shit. There's no other superhero that I like more than him. And then I like Detective series a whole lot. As a matter of fact, Detective Comics is one of my favorite series to read in general. I just like it a whole lot. You know, then Batman has a rogues gallery that you cannot compare to whatsoever. Like, his villains are the shit. No other superhero whatsoever has a villains gallery as good as Batman's, in my opinion. It's just, I love his altogether. Because, I mean, okay, you got the Joker, you got Scarecrow, you got Bane, you got Poison Ivy, you have Two-Face, you have Catwoman, you know, Riddler. You got so many fucking rogues. Like, so many. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to go and deny Batman of his epicness. So, yeah, he's the shit. I love him a whole lot. And, yeah, that's it. So, DC Universe. For the win. Whiplash Puppet asked me, how long did it take you to get your luscious locks to get to the length that they are, and is it hard taking care of it? Well, the fact is that when you have long hair, honestly, it is a lot of fucking work to go and take care of. The thing is, whenever it comes to long hair, you want to know what the most tedious part about it is, and I'll tell you the honest fucking truth, brushing it. I keep my hair pulled back in a ponytail, like, a lot, like a whole fucking lot. And the thing is, from having it back in a ponytail, I'm always getting knots, so I'm sitting there brushing them and everything. Like, my ex-girlfriends would brush my hair often, so that would go in there. So there were some times where I'd get really fucking irritated, like, I'm just gonna shave into a fucking mohawk, then I won't have to deal with it. But I never got around to it just because I'd feel weird parting with it. Just one of those things, after you go out and so long, it's like, fuck, do I really want to do that? But, yeah, have long hair, it's fun, especially whenever you're headbanging, because it's like, yay, hair everywhere, fucking windmill and shit, so, yeah, that's always a good feeling. But, yeah, overall, it's, you know, naturally it is going to be more work, as you are going to have to shampoo it, you are going to have to condition it, you are going to have to brush it, but it's hair. I mean, if you're a hygienic person, these are all commonplace things, unless you have your head buzzed, and you don't have to worry about that, but you still have to wash your head anyway. So, anyhow, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I forgot to answer how long it took me to get to this length. I mean, the last time I cut my hair short, it was, like, up to here. And I was just like, I don't like my hair being this length, so I grew it. To get down to this was, like, 2 years to get to, like, this length. So, yeah. You just gotta keep at it. You'll get to that one stage, and I assure you, like, when your hair is, like, to right here, that's the annoying stage, is, like, when it's right here. Once it starts getting past that and, like, getting longer, yeah, it's a lot easier to maintain. And the length that's at right now is pretty much where I want to keep it. So I don't want to get any longer, because then it's too annoying to deal with. And if it gets too short, then I'm just like, it feels weird. So anyway, yeah. I hope that answers your question. Ziggy7800 Pro asked me, what is your favorite Pokemon game? And I have to say it's a toss-up between Pokemon Soul Silver and Pokemon Platinum. I like them both a whole lot. Soul Silver, just because it had 2 regions, the original region and one after that. It was just a very large game, and at the time, like, I was just blown away. Also, I have, like, really fond memories of that because my mom went really far out of her way to get that for me. Because that was my first game that I got for Game Boy Color, and that was also the first game I had for Game Boy Color. Like, just, like, in general, I was really excited to have that because she, like, got up early as fuck for Christmas and got that for me and everything. So, yeah, I have fond memories tying back to that, but the game itself is just really, really good. And they added so many new features to it. It just felt like such a big game by comparison to playing, like, Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue. And Platinum, again, is the same thing, just, like, lots and lots of new features, and I liked a lot of the random Pokemon that they put in that, including, I always forget how to say his name, but it's like Giratina, I forget, the one that's on the front, the Ghost and Dragon Pokemon, the legendary, he's the shit, because I love Dragon Pokemon and I love Ghost-type Pokemon, and it's the only one that is a combination of the two, and I was just like, that's awesome! So yeah, he became my favorite after that, next to Charizard. I love Charizard, he's the shit. He got me through all my Pokemon games. He's fucking Charizard. What are you gonna do? He's Charizard. I don't want to hear I'll use some water bullshit. I don't care. Charizard's fucking cool. So, yeah. Those are my 2 favorite Pokemon games. I like them quite a bit. Alex SS... Gene Alex SS asked, have you beaten all your games in your video game collection? Fuck no, I haven't. I wish I had enough time to beat all these games. The thing is, like, you have to keep in mind, I'll go and buy, like, a stack of games because I find them for, like, super cheap, and I'll go through and just play them at random. But I'm playing retro games, playing handheld games, playing some PC games, playing some console. I'm playing all sorts of shit, playing new games, playing games on cartridges, playing games on CDs, playing games on DVDs, playing games on Blu-ray, playing games on my phone. It's just so many fucking video games, but only 24 hours in a day, and then also to take into account things like work and a social life and love life and all the other happy horseshit. Happy horseshit, this horseshit is so happy, even though it came from a horse ass. But, yeah, I play as many as I possibly can. Some games, whenever I'm playing them, I'm like, this sucks, so I just put it down, I'm done with it. So, yeah, that'll happen. You know, and there's other times that I'll go and pick up a game because I know that somebody else I know would be really interested in playing it. So I'm just like, now I have 2 reasons to go and get this. So it's something that I'm semi-interested in and somebody else is interested in. So yeah, that also helps. But yeah, I'd say, I mean, my collection is well over 1,000. So I'd say out of all the games that I've actually, like, beaten altogether is probably like 40%. That may seem significantly low, but just keep in mind, it's a lot of fucking games. Like I'm looking, I'm scanning around a room, I'm like, dear God, I have a lot. So yeah, now especially whenever it's just like, oh, I found this place, they were selling older Nintendo games for $1 a piece, and I leave with like 30. Of course I can't go through all of them. Then it's NES hard. Some Nintendo games are just like viciously fucking brutal and just uppercut you in the nads, and it's like, my nads are up in here. Wait, no, they're traveling. Oh, no, I got 3 Adam's apples. Fuck! Kick my balls into my throat. That's brutal. But yeah, I play and beat as many as I possibly can. Oh, and then there's RPGs which are like at a minimum like 40 hours. So yeah, that's a lot of fucking time. So yeah. But eventually I look at it like this. Whenever I decide to be old man and retire and shit, I'll have a lot to do. Unless I go senile. But it'll be awesome. I'll be senile playing games like, ah! I don't know why, but like, if you saw the imagery going through my head for that, it made me laugh a lot. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, that like 40%. Yay! The Sandbox with 3 X's asked me, do I ever think that retro gamers will ever die off? No. Just because there's lots of times where I run across somebody that's like 14 that is checking out my videos and they're like, oh, I'm into all these old games. They're talking about games from like NES and fucking TurboGrafx and Neo Geo, just like real obscure shit, and this is all the stuff that they're into. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And the thing is, even when I was younger, I went to go back and play games that like predated me getting into video games, you know, and check out stuff like that, and checking out games from like Japan and stuff. So it'd be kind of hard to say, well, somebody isn't going to be into retro games, because it'd be silly to say you don't like something because of how old it is. Like, that'd just be the most asinine thing. If somebody was like, I only like games that are new, then it's just like, games aren't fucking fashionable and they don't have expiration dates, you jackass. Like, I can go and play my NES games, which I'm pointing to them, by the way. I can go and play my NES games, which are from the fucking 80s. They are just as fun as they were back in the 80s, if not a little more fun now, just because you get to see, like, how things have changed so much, and go back to something that's a lot more simple, or the 16-bit games on, like, Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and TurboGrafx, where they had to try a lot harder to go and get the point across and try harder with, like, you know, all the sprite art, and I always thought that was extremely amazing stuff. The 32-bit generation, which is personally my favorite, you know, it was like the big leap into 3D, and things were very fresh and innovative at the time. And hell, even last gen, you know, eventually there's going to be several generations ahead of right now, and people are going to look back on this gen and be like, oh, that's retro, old school, blah, blah, blah. Everything will eventually become retro, you know. So will it ever die off? No. So long as there's people who are still interested in video games of the past, because, well, it'd be hard not to, because there's so many fucking classics and they still hold up over time. Then yeah, there will always be a place for retro gaming. So yeah, it'll never die. The Blue Bomber 231 asked me, what inspired this awesome show? I can hardly call it a show, it's just me babbling in front of a fucking camera endlessly, like I am right now. But pretty much, it's just, I was bored. And on top of being bored, I talk about this stuff all the time. I'm very into gaming. I have a lot of opinions about stuff. I just didn't have enough people to talk to about it. That's what it boiled down to. And on top of that, whenever you go to sites like IGN and GameSpot and all the other video game websites, and you see some of these assholes who get paid by the hour to write the articles that they do, and you can tell that they're biased, that they're fucking paid to say the half the shit that they are. When you see channels like G4 where they have fucking celebritards and fucking paid actors and actresses to go and have an opinion, I fucking hate them. I really do. I hate every single one of those cockmonglers. They just... It blows my mind, because they'll have, like, for instance, they'll have people reviewing shit that say right up front that they hate the franchise, yet they're reviewing it, and they're not going to be biased. Are you fucking kidding me? And you have people just going bashing shit that barely even tried it. You can go and read it. They barely have a fucking inkling of an idea, an iota of what the fuck they're talking about, yet you know, people will go read this, take it for granted, because they're like, well, that's a trusted person from this website. Of course I'm going to take their fucking opinion for gold. Fuck them. I was going to YouTube and to fucking, like, forums and stuff to find fans and see their opinion. Because a person that went out and spent their money to sit down and play the game, that isn't being paid to say what the fuck they're saying, okay, those are the people that you should fucking trust. Trust your friends, trust the fucking people, like, that you know are really into gaming. Not because it's their job. Okay, when it's your job, then it's completely different. You have a whole new set of rules. And especially like G4, fuck all those assholes on G4. I hate that shit. So, naturally, I had to go and pop up into the scene and be like, I'm gonna yammer on about video games. And eventually, I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to go full throttle with this bitch and just churn out video after video after video after video, because I have a lot to say and a lot of things that I want to touch base on. There's a lot of things I want to review. There's a lot of things that I want to go and fucking bring to light. Because, I mean, many of you know, yes, I do rant videos and everything. I do a whole lot more than rant videos. But the thing is, the rant videos, I mean, even when they're not technically rant videos, I just kind of turn into that. It's mostly because I feel passionate about something and want to bring it up and just fucking discuss it in any way possible. Granted, you know, I'll do it with lots of colorful, vulgar words and whatnot, but it's just because I'm pretty much very invested into it. And the other reason why I continue to do this is because you will keep watching. That's really it. If everybody just stopped watching, well, I might even still make it then. Even if one person was like, I still watch, and I'd be like, alright, I'll keep making it then. Because it's not about having like, oh, I have the most fucking subscribers. If I have a lot of subscribers, that's pretty fucking awesome. I'm glad more people are checking the stuff out. More people are hearing it. More people are talking about it. But essentially, you know, if I go and make a video and it's only going to get like a couple hundred hits, then it only gets a couple hundred hits. At least I enjoy doing it, you know. And the topic, I'm glad I talked about it. I'm glad I reviewed it. I'm glad I said this. I'm glad I did that. And everything. So, yeah. I make this because I'm passionate about video games, I'm a fucking nerd, I'm a metalhead, and I continue to do it because of all you. So yeah. Yay! So that is going to wrap up this little answer edition from the Q&A and everything. Again, I am sorry that it took a really long time, but yeah. Like I said, I was busy. I even pleaded. I'm hoping that you forgave me. Some of you probably didn't. You were probably like, fuck you, I do not forgive you, AlphaOmegaSin. Never, ever, 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 unless you bake me brownies, muffins, cookies, maybe a cake. No, fuck that. Cake is a lie. Ah, yeah, I gotta include that joke, because anytime we talk about cake, that or Princess Peach, that bitch is always promising Mario cake. He goes through all that bullshit. He, like, jumps down into a volcano and is fucking fighting all these monsters, and then Bowser is, like, fucking gigantic, all for cake? Man, okay, what he needs is some of that pie, that poontang pie. Fuck! Mamma mia! Okie dokie, here we go! Let me show you my one-up! There's way too many, like, sexual jokes that you can make with Mario power-ups. Sorry, it's just... it's amusing, it really is. But anyway. Oh, here's another thing. Do you ever think that she's being kidnapped on purpose? Huh. I'm sure Mario gets pissed off about it, but it has to be like the best makeup sex ever. If it's not, then I feel bad for him. There's Rule 34 out there of this. I already fucking know it. Damn you, 4chan. Damn you for introducing me to fucked up things. Anyhow. But, yeah. I do like doing these Q&A things. I'm literally just picking questions at random, so don't think that I'm just ignoring questions. It's just, I'm picking up random. I'm like, this one, and this one, and this one. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I have no clue what I'm doing the next one. Not to say it's going to be a really long time. It could be this week, it could be next week, it could be the week after that, but, yeah, it will be happening, don't worry. I assure you that much. But, anyway, so, I'm just babbling at the fucking end of this. Are you all sick of hearing me already? Are you? No, I'm sorry, I've been talking about Kung Pao a whole bunch with my niece, so it's been very fucking funny. Then, the Wii U name, I guess they are officially keeping that. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna be able to fucking get that out of my head, just Wii U. Wii. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, type in Kung Pao Wii U. Trust me. Something should pop up of it. It's just fucking funny. If you've never seen the movie. So yeah, so that's the end of it. I'm babbling on. Do 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 do. Yeah. Anyway, what is it with the fucking musical numbers? You know what I need? I need a bunch of like burlesque dancers and shit in the background. Like, I'm talking like some real stacked chicks, like, and they need to have like pasties of like 1-up mushrooms, like little one right there and stuff, have them dancing in the background, and I can start like doing a little dance and shit. It'll be fucking awesome. I'll wear my power glove while I do it, maybe a top hat and stuff. It'll be awesome. I'll look like King Diamond or fucking Alice Cooper wearing my little top hat, like, good day, ladies. Like it? Uh-huh. Anyway, yeah, that would be awesome. I wish. Oh, have like AlphaOmegaSin in the background, like in lights and shit. Of course it'll be like, blood dripping and shit. You gotta have that. It's fucking metal, and I'm going way too far into this kind of stuff. Damn you, overactive imagination! Anyhow, so this was my answer edition. I will be doing another one sometime soon. I already fucking said it. Why the hell am I repeating myself? I have no fucking clue. Anyhow, this is AlphaOmegaSin. I hope you all fucking enjoyed this. So, I conclude this, like always. Let's say it together. On a count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Nerds, nerdettes, and gamers. Game the fuck on. Yay!